Welcome back to our Stony Creek journey. This week's all about the sheep. Lots of sheep stuff this week. Again, we've had something happen to us that we've never seen before on the whole time we've been on the farm.
We knew it could happen.
Yeah, which is why we were told to share them in about October, but we've had some fly strike. So
we had a perfect storm. We had 57 mil of rain, really hot, humid conditions, and tons of flies. And the poor old sheep, they got attacked. So there's three lambs that are mostly affected. Poor old Tommy, he got hit pretty badly. He's got a really bad haircut at the moment. He's in the crop area because he doesn't think he's a sheep. He thinks he's a human, so he's really easy to catch.
So Robert got to share his first sheep yesterday.
Yes, first
Tommy.
lamb.
Because you've just got to get the wool off them or else the flies lay maggots in the warm, moist wool. And because we've had lots of rain, so...
and then treat the areas with a couple of different treatments that we've used. So
one of the most grossest things, isn't it, Dal?
it does, it stinks and it's
awful.
It's
poor sheep.
Poor babies.
So you've got to get onto that quick as soon as you see it. And we saw some dark patches on the back of Tommy, so we started intervening, and then there's a couple in here that look like they've got it too. So today it's all about the sheep, and we're going to drench them as well.
Yeah. It's
time, because this is when it gets wet and warm. It's when barber's pole comes out. So we're going to make a start on that. We tried to do it yesterday and get the sheep in, but that was an epic fail, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. We've modified the yard since, and
we haven't got the perfect yards. We've got what we've got, these panels that you put together, and we just don't have enough really, do we? We probably need more, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
So they're all in here. We've got the race. We'll get them into the race. We'll drench everybody, and then we'll draft off the lambs into here and have a really good look at the lambs. The lambs seem to be affected. We can't see any ewes that are affected yet.
No,
that's Tommy's wool from yesterday. And Tommy's way out. Oh, here he is. You can see him.
Yeah.
He's shorn.
He's got a limp.
But he's got a bit of a limp because it's obviously affected those back legs. All right, we'll just start and get this drenching done, and we'll draft off the lambs. What a racket! We have just finished crutching all the lambs, and the ones with blue you can see we've closed them for fly strike. There's probably only 2 that were obvious, and the rest we just crutched to make sure they're all clear.
With sheep now in the middle paddock, I was having trouble keeping them out of this area here that I've got saved for the pigs, which has done amazing. And this rain that we've had will kick it off even more. There's a stack of clover amongst it and chicory, and I believe chicory is high in lysine, which is a necessary either mineral or element for pigs to help them gain weight. And there's some beautiful feed through here now. I might have overdone it on the clover. In different spots it's predominantly just clover, so that looks great. I might get another grazing with, look, there's 2 sheep in it already, the little buggers. I'll have to get them out. I hope they're boys, because they'll be getting a chop. I don't want sheep learning to jump through fences. That's a big no-no. I've brought Spring Rain into the yards with 2 of her mates, Symbol and Spelzer, and she's just tied up here on a halter, even though I could have put her header in the crush, but she ties up really well. It's the first time I've had her on a halter for probably over a year. So, and I just gave her a bucket of chaff, and she let me put the halter on her without any dramas, and I actually led her up the race to the crush because she's been plagued by flies after having a placenta hanging out of her vulva for 3 days, and it got quite smelly, and as you can see the flies buzzing around, they just love it. So I've given it a good detergent wash and a bit of antiseptic, and I'll put on a bit of fly repellent as well, and that should ease up the fly nuisance that are around at the moment. Isn't she a good girl, just tying up nice and gently, and I'll lead her out of the crush with the halter on and tie her up for a little while just to get her used to it again, and then I might even give Symbol a go. So they're very good gentle cattle. Only problem with that, they're hard to move when they don't want to move. You have to coax them. So she's a very good girl.
Down in the corn patch, I wanted to show you how great it's going this year. I've done a lot better with my succession planting. So currently got 4 little beds of corn. The first one I planted over there is 2 weeks older than the taller one. But we've got some tassels, and we've even got some silk starting, so that's exciting. And then I've got another batch that I'll start, that are already started. But yeah, it's been a couple of days, it's probably 3 days since we did the original start of this video, and we were drenching the sheep and we were talking about fly strike. We've had a tough couple of days. It's been really tough. We seem to be having a few of those in the last week or two. Tommy got fly strike and he's had a limp, and then his limp went to the other leg, and he was eating and then he wasn't. So we got some anti-inflammatory for him and some antibiotics, because what we've read is that fly strike can end up as toxaemia or septicemia or blood poisoning, whatever you call it. But unfortunately, poor little Tommy, his body just, it couldn't clear it, and last night Tommy died. So we were so upset, as you can imagine, because we've loved having Tommy with us. He's such a beautiful little lamb. And why it got him more than others, we've got 2 other lambs out there in the paddock that have got fly strike, but they don't seem to be as bad. We've given one an antibiotic as well. Got a little bit of a limp, but nowhere near like what Tommy had. So Tommy, unfortunately, succumbed. So really, really sad week. But on the positives, I'll show you. We've had some new little chicks, and we've been missing a duck for quite a while. We don't actually know how long, but yesterday I found it. I'll show you. So as we said goodbye to Tommy yesterday, we said hello to 4 little new chicks. This lovely Australop was sitting on about 7 eggs, and 4 hatched, 1 half hatched but didn't make it. This is the first time I've seen it with them out, and she's in the orchard. We've got quite a few chicks now in the orchard. Oh, don't stand on me, Mum. These 2 grey Australops are co-parenting 2 little chicks. They're the ones that sat on the eggs, but they actually ended up only hatching 2 out of, originally they started with 10 eggs and only managed to hatch 2. But they're beautifully co-parenting, these 2 little chicks. They follow them around. What a lovely sight. I'm down in the asparagus patch, and we have looked for this missing duck for a long time in all the wood piles. And the other day I was chasing these little chickens out, which seemed to like to sit in my asparagus patch, and I saw a big white thing. And see, I won't try not to disturb her too much because she growls at me. But here she is. Can't really see her, but she is under there, and she's made a nice little nest for herself. And I lifted her up yesterday, and there's about 10 eggs under her. Don't know when they're going to hatch, so we'll hopefully have ducklings. But these little chicks, and I think they come and attack my young berry bush. So time to get them out. So that's the up and downs of this week. It's been another eventful week on the farm. So thanks for joining us. Pan round and show you the cows. They're looking good. Sunny day today, but not as hot as it's going to be. Or has been the last few days. It's been quite warm. So until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you back on the farm.